Hello and welcome. Wonderful new week to everyone who's listening to me. This is Iwebike Finance, the Layman's Market Update. This is a program where I try to bring you the market updates of what is going on in the financial world in an easy to understand manner. We bring you this for the purpose of informing your investments and financial decisions to better position yourself, for the purpose of preserving your capital, or for the purpose of taking advantage of market trends to grow your capital. So, without wasting much time, I would like to talk about the things that are currently happening in the financial markets and highlight the most important parts of it and how they affect the market or the investment. The most obvious and apparent thing about the market currently is that the market is going down and it's going down fast. A lot of people who have not been able to liquidate some of their investment, that is for short-term traders anyway, short-term investors who were not able to liquidate, are currently experiencing a lot of loss in the market. And this has led a lot of people to asking, what is going on in the market? Why is the market going down? Especially because the Trump election was one that promised to bring massive gains to the market. But I'm here to explain to you why the market is going down, even though Trump is in office. The global finance is greatly affected by politics. We all know that. That is exactly why everybody was expecting the market to keep going up, because Trump was in office. So it is a fact that politics affects the market. So when we look at the world today and observe the political landscape of the world, what do we see? We see that the most apparent thing about the world politics today is that there is no trust in the market. Absolutely no trust in the market. We can see that between Europe and Russia. We can see that between Israel and Palestine. We can see that between America and China. Everybody is at loggerheads with each other. And what do you think the effect of all this misunderstanding between powerful countries in the world will be on the market? Of course, it's bound to have a negative effect on the overall market. That is why it's important that we keep informed, that we keep ourselves informed on the different political developments as they happen across the world, so that it can help us position ourselves better in the market. So, without wasting much time, what are the different global political events that are currently affecting the market right now? The biggest one is Trump, of course. The trade wars which he has initiated. Trade wars are when previous countries who are business partners all of a sudden can't find common grounds to do business anymore. One person feels like they are being cheated and the other person feels like they are also cheated. So this leads to the two of them thinking that they deserve more than they're already getting, and this would lead to them increasing the terms or the price of their business. Person A says, I don't feel like I'm getting enough money for the services or the product I'm selling to you. For that purpose, I am going to increase the price of the product I'm selling to you. And then person B says, I too feel that I am not getting as much as I should be getting. So if you're going to increase prices for your own product, I'm going to also increase price for my own product. So that's basically what is going on right now in Trump's presidency. Trump has threatened and actually carried out a lot of tariffs. Tariffs is when you increase price on products that you normally sell or buy from people. You have import tariffs, you have export tariffs. So when you're buying products from another person, you could increase tariffs on such products, and this would lead to an increase in price in that product, thereby making it undesirable for the people of your country to buy it. And when this happens, the other country would not like it because it leads to a reduction in their profit margins. So this is what has been going on. Even Canada has put tariffs on China. China has put tariffs on Canada. So all over the world, what we see is distrust. Absolutely no trust in the business environment, in the global business environment. Russia and Europe. Russia sells oil to Europe. But since the onset of the Russian-Ukraine war, Europe has stopped buying oil from Russia. And this has led to a great drop in the price of oil because, lower demand will lead to a drop in price. China also has, because of the threat of America, worked very hard to reduce its dependence on oil because China doesn't produce oil. So it has worked very hard to improve its green energy production, that is solar panels and electric vehicles, such that it has lesser dependence on oil. So all of these global trade dynamics are what is currently affecting the price of our investments, and that is why they are all going down. And another thing is that America is currently experiencing high inflation, and this high inflation is affecting their economy so much, such that they currently have what is called high interest rates. High interest rates means that the companies cannot borrow money from the banks to do business. And when they can't do business, what does that mean? Productivity drops. And when productivity drops, that means that wages cannot be paid anymore because productivity has dropped. And if wages can't be paid, layoffs follow. And when layoffs follow, that means consumer spending will also drop. So, and if consumer spending drops, that means that inflation will drop because people are no longer buying things as they should buy. And when people are not buying things as they should buy, that means the price of products will also come down, thereby reducing inflation, which is how the Federal Reserve Bank of America sees it. They believe that consumer spending fuels their economy and brings about inflation. So anytime they feel like inflation is too high and people can't afford anything, what they usually have to do is increase interest rates. And once they increase interest rates, companies can no longer borrow money easily and they can't maintain their staff, and they have to lay some of them off. And when they lay some of them off, unemployment increases. And when unemployment increases, there is less purchasing power in the hands of people. And when there is less purchasing power in the hands of people, that means lesser people are buying products. And then that means the price of those products will eventually fall. So far, the Federal Reserve is still watching inflation. They believe that 2.0% inflation is the right amount of inflation to have. So they are waiting to see if inflation gets 2% before it begins to stimulate growth again in the market. So until they do that, it is very, very likely that we're going to keep seeing price drop even way lower than they currently have dropped. So that being said, we have to brace ourselves for lower prices, and if it does happen, we'll be looking out for when the Federal Reserve Bank of America actually begin to cut interest rates. That will be a good time to buy into the market and hope for profits in future. So but as of now, we are expecting lower prices in the market. That is all I have for today in the market update for the layman. See you same time next week as I bring you another episode of the market update for the layman. This is Iwebike Finance. We bring you investment insights to better position yourself, to preserve your capital, or to grow your capital. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week.